Hello! If you're like millions of Americans, you've probably started drinking carbonated beverages like these. I'd say congratulations to you. You're making a wise health decision, but you're also probably noticing that while these are a good health decision, they might also be breaking the bank. For example, organic blackberry hibiscus water. What's organic water anyway? Is water organic? Doesn't make any sense. But at 50 to 75 cents a can, these are hardly an economical solution to a basic problem: thirst. Sometimes your 3-year-old decides to put a clothespin on their lip. What I'm going to teach you today is how, with a few basic materials, you can create your own carbonated water at a much more reasonable cost per ounce. The first thing you'll need is a CO2 tank and a pressure regulator. You might already have one of these laying around. Ours came from an old kegerator that we don't use anymore. The next is a convenient hose attachment with this adapter and this sort of gas delivery device. Links to all these will be available because my descriptions are pretty poor. But as you'll see, you'll understand how they function pretty quickly. With respect to the CO2 tank, you will want to turn it on. You'll want to dial up the pressure to somewhere between 40 and 50 psi to make it really fizzy. You can make it less fizzy if you would like. Now, there is a manual agitation process associated with this. So the first thing you want to do is take a 2-liter bottle, attach a funnel, and pour in some water. We live in a place with well water, and that well water is not the most tasty, and so we use a filter. This convenient Brita pitcher provides us with copious amounts of water for this and other purposes. Voila! I normally leave somewhere between like a thumb, that's a unit of measure, a thumb, about a thumb of space between the water and the top of the bottle, because that allows space for the gas to work. Now, we screw on the gas delivery device, and then we attach the adapter. You will hear you probably heard a noise. You can hear already that gas is getting in there, but you'll hear, see, even just that little there was already gas being entered into the tank, or into the bottle. Now, there's two things you gotta do. You gotta turn the tank on, and then the pressure regulator also has its own off-on switch. So, I'm gonna attach it, and sound like a balloon being blown up. I am going to commence the manual agitation process. The manual agitation process, I usually give it about a minute. And it's literally just shaking the bottle, like so. I find it's best to have the bottle inverted, like this, so that the gas is flowing up to the top. I think this is also an option, but I found that one to be less effective. So we'll go about it this way. Shake it, we shake it, we shake it, and we shake it. Now, a couple other notes. This is I believe a 10-pound CO2 canister. And to put in context, this thing will last us for at least a couple of months of me making 5 or 6 of these 2 liters a day. And then what do you do with it? Well, you can take it to a number of different hardware or machine supply stores, and they will fill it up with fresh CO2 at a very reasonable cost. Usually it's like $15 to $20 to have this tank replenished. Oftentimes they'll just swap out a new tank for you. Now you can hear all kinds of gas escaping. I'm going to slowly twist off the gas delivery device. You can see that is quite carbonated. Now I am going to replace the cap, which I conveniently located all the way over here, and screw on said cap. Now, me having just hands, I'm not a machine, so I can't get this thing nearly as tight as the original manufacturer did. What I can do is use one of these good grips pads to twist it just a little bit more, because that will help it remain highly carbonated while you're not drinking it. Because My guess is you're not going to go straight to drinking it right away. This is a bottle that I made a bit earlier. I'm going to take the same inverse approach, twist the cap off. Hear that nice shh. I am going to, off camera, acquire some ice. And then I'm going to add some flavoring because while basic carbonated water can be tasty, I find it better with a little bit of fruit. And so just a little bit of lemon.
And lime?
A little bit of lime, yes, thank you. And just a touch extra lime because I cut these wedges very small.
Can I say hi?
No. Okay, do it. Go ahead.
Hi!
One of my many assistants. You can see how bubbly and delicious this is as it throws its weight on the top. And there you have it. Delicious, healthy, carbonated water at a fraction of the cost.